Hi everybody, it's Kevin Cox from YouActing.com. Hope you're doing well. So in today's lesson, we're going to talk about how to avoid a very dangerous acting trap. And so that trap is trying to recreate the exact emotion or the emotional life that you had from a previous performance. So let's say if you're on a film set, whatever you did in take 5, when it's take 6, you're trying to do the exact same thing you did in take 5, and same thing if you're on stage. If something worked in a rehearsal for you one night or in a live performance, you come in and you had this great emotional high and crying, and the audience loved it, and so you're like, I have to do that again tonight. You're really putting a lot of extra pressure on yourself and setting yourself up for failure, really, because when you're, especially emotions, those are the trickiest things in acting. When you're just focused on trying to create that, you're dead in the water. So if you allow yourself, instead of trying to recreate it, re-experience what you're doing in your scene, then the emotions will be authentic and real. So I'll give you a couple of examples of how to do this. One, the main thing is always don't have your attention on yourself. Your focus, if your focus is on you, you're dead. Your focus has to be on what's happening in the scene with your scene partner, on the other person. Allow what's happening with the other person to affect you. So some simple things of doing this is really actively listen. Don't pretend like you're listening and waiting for your cue. Really listen and let the words and the things that they're saying, when you're really actively listening, those words will have an effect on you, and then you will respond to them in that moment in a very organic way. And so, other things you can do, you can just have your focus on your scene partner and try to find different things about them that you haven't noticed before. It puts you more in, quote, the moment. And you can find things that you really, if it's like a love scene or a romantic scene, you can find things that you're really attracted to them about, things that you like about them. You may love their sense of humor, their smile, their eyes, whatever. Or it could be the opposite. It's like, if you have a scene where it's a very confrontational scene, think about, have these things in your mind of like what you cannot stand, about them. It could be just like their attitude, their body odor, their hair, whatever. But, be in tune with those things. And from that, a lot of your behavior and your responses will come very organically. Now, some imaginative and fun ways to go about doing this is to create, I'll give you an example. I was in this play, and there was this dinner scene. And so in the way the dinner scene went, I'm supposed to have this huge, uproarious laugh through this dinner scene. And so, and laughing is honestly, if you really think about it, if you look in a lot, especially in theater, things like that, you'll see a lot of horrific, fake laughing. And so the having genuine laughter and joy can be as hard as, getting like all the negative emotions and stuff. So what I did for myself to bring myself alive and really enjoy that dinner that I was supposed to be enjoying, the director, I didn't particularly like the director in this for this show. So then the director always sat in a specific chair to watch each performance. So I would take sticky notes and I would write these really see, it still cracks me up, and write these pretty nasty messages for the director and those sticky notes, and I would stick it underneath their chair. And so anytime we got into that dinner, I would just start thinking about my little prank, and I just thought it was so funny and very clever. And so anyway, it would always bring out this big laugh from me, because I would just picture that sticky note on their chair, and with the director sitting there watching the show, and I'd have this awful note under there for them. So that was an imaginative, playful way for me to bring the behavior I needed to bring into that particular scene. So give this a try, because the thing is, you're only limited by your imagination if you're bringing in something that's the kind of a playful thing that I was talking about with the sticky notes. But in the surefire way is to make sure your focus is going on with your scene partner. Take the focus off yourself, put it on the other person. Okay, so I'm Kevin Cox from YouActing.com. If you like this advice or tips, whatever you want to call it, leave comments down below. And if you'd like to continue getting our free lessons and updates, definitely subscribe to the channel. Okay, have a good one. Take care.